able to wield the powers of the universe without even having contact with anything. And when our land was invaded, the real terrorists told you your father are evil. Gradually, they are studying it. Very soon, you will be going to, president in Africa will be going to America for a Biafra. Very soon, all your children will be going to China and Japan for a Biafra. They will play oracle for you. And that time, you see the Holy Ghost there. Why can't our people understand? This is all we are. This is all we have. And this is what we must embrace. If you don't correct this error, your children will say you are evil. These same people will tell your children that you are evil. Of course, we are giving them assurance that we are evil. Your children will believe them. Everybody wants to talk about the truth, but the truth in the real sense hurts us. Our topic this evening is simply some of the role played by our elders in the ancient days, in the ancient society. There is something known as elder. For some time now, we've been talking about elder. Elder do this one. Elder no do that one. Elder do this one. They can't insult elder. They no can't insult elder. If you are an elder, I need you to listen, and maybe you should be proud of yourself or you should be ashamed of yourself. There are roles our elders play. Today they are no longer here. The elders we used to know, the way they behave, a lot of things has changed, and it doesn't bother you. You want us to respect you, but it doesn't hurt you that you are less than who you used to be. It doesn't make any sense to you. We have a problem. The problem is not because we caused it in the first place. The problem is that there are people who hate us, but they have everything we have. They want everything we have. Our problem is because there are people who want the blessing of God upon our life, but they don't want us. They need to kill us and take over our land. They have been systematically and meticulously working towards this very aim for a very long time, over 200 years, I should say. And gradually they have beaten us down. But we give God the glory that we are still here today. When you talk about an elder, elder is not just somebody who is older, but of course it's part of it. When we talk about elders, understand women can be elder, but even though they are not part of elders in council. When we talk about elder, we are talking about mature men and women whose duty, they have roles they play. An elder in the church is not the same thing as elder in our community, in our tradition. Timothy should be around 17 years or 6 years. He was referred as an elder in the Bible. That doesn't make him an elder in my community. But of course, if for one reason or the other, a child of that age is allowed to be among the elders, there is a reason. Elders. Where are Biafran elders? Our leader in his last broadcast made a statement regarding the elders. Yoruba introduced OPC. The idea was to fight Hausa Fulani because they have a conflict. Then in Lagos, my 12, K2 Ojota area, all the Yorubas in those areas were killing Hausa people. Hausa reinforced and start killing the Yoruba. But at the end of the day, Yoruba and Hausa Fulani team up together and begin to kill Igbo people on their own. I was still in Lagos then. Gani Uada was jumping up and down like a hero. Igbo people bear the brunt. Of course, when I say Igbo, I mean Biafrans bear the brunt. And all of a sudden, Gani Uada become warlord of Yoruba people. Because the Yoruba elders still understand that they are elders. Irrespective of anything, I will talk about them tonight. They know they are elder, even though they are Yahoo boys. They know they are elder to their people. Biafrans elder, why can't you learn from them? Amayanagbo and Anyamanagbo and Igwe Kala, Igwe, whatever name you call yourself as a Biafran elder. Why don't you learn from Yoruba Yahoo elder? Because the last time I'm checking, they need more accolade than all of you. Yoruba elders gather and take a terrorist and make him warlord of Yoruba land. But you people are busy telling, oh, this one is a robber, this one is a robber. Are we not ashamed of ourselves? Today, Ganiyu Adam, when he talks, Nigerian listen. As a terrorist, as a kidnapper, as a killer of Fundigbo, he's a warlord. And you people will give him accolade. Because there is something they did not abandon. Our leader asked, have you seen Awusa Fulani condemning Boko Haram? Shehu Garuba said, if you like, go to hellfire and come back. Fulani herdsmen, Miati Boko Haram are not terrorists. As far as they are concerned, when will Biafran elder learn from these people? But we are the only people doing so that they love us. What thing I want use your love do? Oh, let us give us accolade. Oh, they are intelligent. Wait, does it concern me? Why is it that the truth hurt us? All of us. Don't you know who our elders are? I saw them. I witnessed them. The next generation of Biafra, don't let your father deceive you. It's because some of your fathers are not moral men. Don't let them deceive you. You must embrace the truth. And so that in the end, as it were in the beginning, that it might also be the same way in the end. I saw the ancient people. They smell righteousness. They smell righteously. Today, look at where we are. People who cannot even talk where our fathers talk. People who cannot tread the same path our ancestors tread. They are the ones who decide how we live. Very pathetic. But that is why we are here. Everybody must be delivered. So when I say back, go back to your roots. If you do not know who they are, you won't understand what they represent. For over 200 years, they work on us. Reduce us to what we are today. When you tell somebody, he said, no, it's B. Do you know I went to Chancellor University? Do you know I went to Does the truth hurt you? They had specific role they play. And we are going to look at few of them tonight. There are stories that they talk about. Our ancestors were worshipping idol. God now let Onyeibe conquer them. I disagree with you. I disagree with you. I'm worshipping idol. In my ignorance, I cut 3 and now carve it like the masquerade. And I start worshipping it. And God now get angry and say, oh, Judge Onyeibe, how can you cut 3 and make masquerade? How can you knock a go-go? Because of that, I will kill you. And then God now bring America, bring Portugal, bring China, bring Japan, bring Fulani, bring Yoruba. They now come to our land, be raping our women, be killing all of them. God is happy. God loves raping. Is that what you want to tell me? Why does the truth hurt you? You allow them to deceive you. God is still angry after many years that my father made firewood and dance over the firewood. But God has not questioned terrorist Lugard. Queen of England is still there. The rest of them are still there who raped and murdered. They are now ashamed trying to make reparation or destroy a status. Will it change what they have done to us? Are you telling me God love rapists? Are you telling me God love all these people ravaging the world? How will you believe it's only our ancestors? God is he got to punish us. I refuse. You are the one punishing us because you refuse to embrace the truth. Go back to your roots. Our ancestors dance masquerade. Onyeibe is dancing masquerade. Very soon now, their own ancestors will start blessing them for dancing masquerade. A journey of 1 week. We will go eat for 1 year because you cannot see beyond your nose. Who they listen to your grammar? And today this is where we are. The next generation must understand how they function. So when we are talking to you, respect yourself. They say respect is reciprocal. I don't understand that. You are the one, you earn respect. You don't buy respect. If you are dashing me money, the day you don't dash me money again, I think, in fact, if you misbehave, I will tell you. If not be the money where you they dash me, I don't like this thing where you they do. You can't buy respect. You earn it. Nobody will respect us. We have to earn it. And to earn it, you have to go back to your root. You cannot use lie to defend the truth. The truth need no defense. Let her go. You cannot use lie to defend the truth, because the truth need no defense. Let her go. Her enemies will be shredded. Let's look at some of the character of our elder. So when you are coming to say, oh, we are elder, you should judge yourself. Use your tongue and count the teeth in your mouth. Number one role they play. They were the one who wielded the power of the rod and the staff. Our elders were responsible to wield the power of the rod and staff. You don't know what it means? When you read your Bible in the book of Psalm, it said, the Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And along the line he said, he makes me to walk in green pasture. In one of the standards, he said, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. He still talk about walking in the valley of the shadow of death and life. He still talk about not fearing evil. I don't want to sound religious because I will turn it to church service now. But I want you to pick just one word from that psalm. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. The rod and thy staff is simply ofonogu, truth and justice. Our ancestors wield the power of truth and justice. This were the thing they were doing. Now, let me break it down a little bit. When you say ofonogu, you are talking about thy rod and thy staff. When you talk about thy rod and thy staff, you are talking about truth and justice. They comfort me. Thy truth and thy justice, O Lord, they comfort me. I try to study a system of government or justice system. When you hear about equality, and inequality, trying to create a standard, it is confusing. One of them implies that you have to create a table that will enable both the long and the short, for instance, to serve efficiently wherever they are called to serve. And then the other one implies that when you are called to serve, everybody must be allowed to do the same thing. I don't know how to create it out. But when you look at the application of equality and the principle of inequality, it is confusing. Without ofonogu, without truth and justice, without the rod and the staff, you will mistake it. Let me try to break it down because you need to understand it. When we go to farm in those days as children, they will divide the farm. Of course, there is a way, my cousins, they will throw leg. 1, 2, 3, no measuring tape. So they use leg, they will draw the ground. They use leg, walk like 3 steps, draw another ground. Walk like 3 steps, draw another ground. And then maybe we are 20 of us. They counted all of them, 3 feet. Or 3 foot, 3 steps away from each other. And then what we are targeting is which one grow more. Everybody is looking for the one that is easier to weed. And as they're sharing it, everybody is taking their own. Among us, you will see my cousins that are like 30 years. You will see the ones that are 15 years. You will see the ones that are even 7 years. They are sharing the whole portion, equal. Nobody complains. You will see all those my big uncles then. They will take their abrapa. Abrapa don't have name in English. And I won't give it name. Go and Google it. www.abrapa.biafra. You will see it there. Or you go to Abo. We now take Abrapa. Everybody begin to walk. No complaint. I will see my uncle. Before I will cut one self, I will cut my leg. They will now bring one leaf and squeeze it, put it in my leg. Walk continue. Before I can even walk like 3 square meters, they have finished a portion of more than 300 square meters. Whoever divide it may not be fair. But first of all men are equal. But they understand that for justice to prevail, when those adults finish their portion, they will now divide themselves. And say, you join Onyeibe, you join Gabriel, you join this one. And so we know, even though they share the same portion to all of us, they understand that when they finish their own, they must help us to finish our own. That is when a society where there is justice and equity. Justice and equity. Justice demand that all of us will have the same portion. But equity demand that those who are weaker should be aided in order for them to be able to succeed. Truth and justice. That is why in Biafra land, there are roles that our ancestors played. You don't know who is who. Ask anybody, no matter your knowledge of our ancestors. The only thing we know that Anambra is first son. And that is because there is a great distinction between the first son and other son, according to our culture and tradition. Ask anybody now, who is the second son? They don't know. I have heard a lot of people, they say Anambra is first son, Imo is second son, Abia is third son, Enugu is fourth son, then which one? Ebonyi is fifth son. So before Moritola divide you people, who was the first son? You don't know, but we can find out. You don't know. So if that is the 5 sons of Uri, where are the other 2? You don't know. But if you look at Enugu closely and you look at Anambra closely, it could be true that yes, Anambra is first son and Enugu is second son. Because almost everything you have in Omambara, you have a replica in Enugu. Outside these 2, you won't see it any other place. That is because second son is always trying to rub shoulder with first son. Almost the communities there have similar name. Now, what am I saying this? It is because of the justice system. Nobody is trying to undermine anybody. They were fair playing ground for everybody to function. Elders of Biafra land, are you people creating fair ground for our children and your children to function? Some of you even advise your children and say, don't mind them. They are rassicant. They are morodicant. They are antorodicant. You are now suebo, now subeke. You think you are talking us down? Those your children that are brought up in Buckingham Palace, they will need us one day. We will remind them who their father is. And our children will need you one day. You will undermine them. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we are the people still suffering it. Because we have not been able to make proper use of the rod and the staff. Truth and justice. Ofonogu. You don't know how to use it. How can you be an elder? No fair ground for all of us. Our elders understand this truth. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. They know when to deploy the staff. The staff is to help us manage equity. It is with the help of the staff they can give equity to the people. It is with the help of the rod that they can give justice to the people. Have you seen any elder in Biafra land that stand up to fight for us? They only go to Abuja to collect money. Only very few of them. Biafran elder, when will you stand up and begin to speak for us? If you are truly our elder, we are you then. I always tell people, when you say your father is bad, don't forget it's your father. Don't condemn him before the world. Because if there is any difference between both of you, it's just very small. You came out from his lions. When will Biafra elder begin to talk for us? Who has bewitched all of you? That you are busy crying that we are not giving you accolade. You abandon the word of our father. But you look at the history of slavery. You think everybody who were taken to slavery were actually there because they are supposed to be there? When elders lose their position, when elders lose focus, that is why many things change. When some people were sold, we agree, but majority of them were kidnapped. Most of the people you see today in diaspora who were slave, taken by stealing or kidnapping, some of them were giving up. They were giving up because some elders failed. Today IPOB is here, agitating that Nigerian who cannot give us equity should let us be. You are condemning us. You are aware that your children has to read till their eye go to on top of their brain before we can be admitted into Nigerian university. Are this lie? What effort have you people made to question Nigeria? I say, how can somebody from Zungeru score 3 and get admission in Nigerian university? And then my own son will have to score 600 to get admission in the same university. Does our pain not touch your mind? Is our cry not touching your mind? I joined this struggle in 2014. And I can categorically say that in the year 2000, the agitation didn't get to this height. And you people had a chance to make our life better. You did not do that. The more you people delay Biafra, the more all of you will suffer it. We are metamorphosing. We are changing. So where are the elders? Where are justice? Where is fairness? Where is equity? It is said that he that must come, anybody that desire to come for justice must understand what it takes. He that come for equity, you must come with clean hand. Anybody that says, oh, we are here, let the right thing be done. Is your hand clean? Elders, Biafran elders, are you playing your role? What have you taught us? To run to Abuja and then speak some grammar. Then Hausa, Fulani and Yoruba will give you some percentage from the money stolen from our land. You people are more than that. Go back and check your father. Some of them died in honor and dignity instead of them to betray you. Why are you betraying us? You are not proud to tell us about them because you are nothing, almost like nothing about them. That is why you are not proud to tell us about them. But we know them. Now when you fail to speak, we will teach you. We will tell you the truth. And so the role of our ancestors, number one, among numerous of them, is that they are there wielding the power of truth and justice. They were there wielding the power of Ofonogu. They were there wielding the power of righteousness. When you hear that language, Ojofo Ghana, the person who stands by the side of truth and justice, nobody can stop you. Number two, they inspire and motivate the people through parable and adage. Our ancestors, they inspire and they motivate the people through parable and adage. Today, before you hear elders talk in parable, somebody said they have collected big money to judge a case against you. That is when they give parable. In those days, they don't need to talk too much. Through adage and parable, they motivate people. If I go to an elder now and say, elder, this land belongs to my father, but my father is a poor man, and so I rented it to this man, and this man now want to take over my father's land. Elder, please help me fight for the land. And the person who is taking this land from me is very rich. The next thing he will do is he will go to that same elder, give the elder money. The same way Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani are bribing our elders to undermine what we are doing here. And then the moment the elder collect money, they know the truth already. They will put truth and justice aside, which is of ogu. By the time you enter their palace or their hut to demand for justice, the next thing you will hear, they begin to knock parable for you. My son, what is son of your bamba? What a son of your bamba? Ujapamu yokianya. Let me try to interpret it so you understand how they make parable for us. You go to an elder these days and say, this land belongs to me because I don't have money. This rich man want to take my land. The rich man will go behind and settle you as an elder. The next thing elder will begin to tell you, a child does not wrestle with his father. If a child try to wrestle with his father will use his brocos and block his eye. Invariably, indirectly, the elder is telling you, this man have plenty money. Don't try him. He can use his money to destroy you. That is the parable you give to us these days. Go and look at the parable of Petodechi. He was insulting us. In as much as respect that man, I don't want to give him my mouth because I've discovered that even giving you people mouth doesn't make sense. But the next generation, the next breed of Biafra must stand up and become dogged. Let doggedness be your next name and your watchword. Let Opopo Scatter be your next principle, that we may let them understand what they have done to us. They will insult us with parable and adage because you don't want the truth to be known. But our elders before are not like that. They are not like that. They make parable and adage that will motivate and inspire you to become greater. For instance, they will tell you parables. Nkita dani be yake gujaso. Nkita dani be yake gujaso. Of course, what I'm trying to say is our elders in those days will tell us when two dogs are fighting, dog is called nkite in my language. Nkita dani be yake gujaso. When two dogs are playing, you cannot be able to differentiate when a dog is fighting and when a dog is playing. The only thing that will make you know that they are playing is that one dog will fall because they play with their teeth. They bring their teeth and start biting each other. One will go front and will bite the dog. That dog will fall. The other one will, on ground will stand again, do the same thing, bite the other one. That is when you know dogs are playing. Invariably, they are telling us, my children, because you have to fight with your teeth, people may misunderstand you. So since they will misunderstand you, when you fight small, you calm down. So they know you are not actually there to attack them. You are just playing. Exactly what we are doing here today in IPOB. We come out aggressively, not because we are fighting you. We want you to be aware of what we can do to you. And anytime you see us backing down, we are not backing down because we are afraid of you or you can win us. We want you to understand that our demand is simple. Almost everything I know today is from adage and parable. There was a great mistake I would have made in my life. One word deliver me today. Let me share it with you so that you understand how elders behave. I'm not a papa boy now. I think even at the age of 17, my father cannot control me. What is 17? At the age of 14, my father can't control me. Control me, is it because I'm Agbero? No. He taught me to stand up to him. He taught me to say the truth. He beats me up many times when I'm doing the right thing. And each time he realizes his mistake, he loves me the more. And so I got to a stage. I started moving with friends. It was time for us to learn how to smoke. And we used to go out in the night to go and learn how to smoke Igbo. That was the stage we were in. Everybody have that time. Those were the stage where a child will decide who he become for the rest of his life or her life. And there were these two boys. They were master of Igbo. But I want to belong. I followed them among others. And the first day, they gave me Indian hemp to smoke. When we finish smoking Indian hemp, we start going. And along the road, they will say, those ones who are grounded in it, they will look at me and say, I just look at them immediately and say, They will start laughing. I didn't understand what they were doing. Finally, everybody will dispatch to their own home. And I will enter a supermarket. I'll buy Fanta, Coke, Sprite, Tom Tom, Chewing-gum, biscuit. Every ice cream in this super, I will, if I enter house with the traveling bag, I can even buy traveling bag to load all those things. I will sneak through the back door into my room. I will arrange them on top of the bed, my bed. I will sneak to the kitchen, make eba, make loi, turn egusi soup, turn okra soup, make indomie. No, there were no indomie in those days. Boil rice, boil beans. I will set all of them on top of my bed. I will test Fanta, test Coke, test Fanta, test all of them. Before I will take 2, 3, I will fall on top and sleep on top of them. If I wake up midnight, I have messed up my bed. And one of those midnight, my father came to my room. He opened my room. He looked at me. I was sitting on a pot of soup. He looked at me. I should be around 14 years. And he made a parable. He said, Yahui Junior Jungwe. Yahui Junior Jungwe. He locked my door back and went out. What he simply say? He said, you see the journey where you send yourself? You see this journey where you send yourself? There may be no return. From that day, I begin to calculate. I knew I could end up as a madman. I begin to calculate. I have a choice to go and smoke Igbo and turn to a madman, or I have a choice to allow myself to be mocked that I'm a queer guy. Because that time, you know, one do a thing that they do, they be queer guy, you be heavy, oh boy, you be mugu. I choose to answer those names instead of me to go mad. And they mock me for a while. As I'm speaking to you, we were about 7 of us then. 2 of them later went mad. One, parents are extremely rich. They flew him to London. He never come back, but I know he got well. The one that his father was a principal, they don't have much money. Only God knows where the madness has taken him to. But believe me, God saved me that I didn't continue with them. Not because I'm better than them. Because my head, you know, they carry Igbo. I would have been gone. A father's single advice saved the whole of my life. Because this adage, this parable came from a heart full of love. When you advise us, when you are talking to us as our elder, we see your heart. It is filled up with wickedness. If you are elder in Biafra land, whether upland, river line, bottom line, Niger Delta, Niger, river line, anywhere you are, check the way you are handling your children. You will see you know nothing about the love our fathers bear in their heart. You know nothing about the love our mothers carry in their heart. We are crying. When a child is crying and is pointing to a particular direction, it implies that their father or their mother, somebody is there. IPOB have been crying. We have been pointing to a particular direction. Our elders, what are you doing? You can't condemn us, neither do we stand to condemn you. But tonight, it is a call to go back to our root. Biafran elder, you are more than what you have reduced yourself to. Our duty is to make sure that nobody can insult you. Our duty is to make sure we defend you with the last of our blood. But we ask for one thing, be an elder for God's sake. We saw your fathers. Then your father before your father, show us some respect. Show us some dignity. Remind us of who we used to be. This enemy will leave our land, I can assure you that. Where are the motivation that used to come from you people? I understand what my father taught me and his father before him. They whisper in our ear. It becomes the driving force that motivates us. The very primordial influence that drives us in everything we do. What are you telling us today? You think you can talk us down? We went behind you and we met our ancestors. But we know with you we can be better. Motivate us, elders. Stop selling us. Your time is winding up. You won't be here forever. Neither are we going to be here forever. If you choose to fail us, be rest assured we will not fail the next generation. This is the oath you have taken. A vow and a pledge you have made before the Creator. That is why I tell the next generation, be strong and get ready for what is about to come. Our ancestors trained all of you to the extent that even at the age of 6 years, at the age of 3 years, at the age of 9 years, you have the capacity to stand before Theresa May and Queen of England. After all, was the amalgamation document not signed by children? All this idiot ruling Nigeria today, from Buhari to Babangida, all of them started ruling Nigeria at the age of 26. At the age of 13, look at you, you are 47. Your parents are still feeding you. Don't you know those parents are the one killing you? You that were graduate, you were in standard 6 at the age of 13 years. You finished standard 6, which is even more or equivalent to a university graduate. How come today you are watching your children at the age of 50? They are still in the university. You lost it somewhere. In as much as I'm trying to talk to our elders, let them listen. Believe me, I understand it is not in my position to rebuke an elder. And so tonight I'm entreating you. Number 3, they are the custodian of our culture and tradition. Who is even guiding us? Who is even directing us? Can you teach us what you don't know? Can you lead us on a path you know nothing about? Our fathers understand this. They protected our culture and tradition until the enemy came. Who is protecting our culture? Who is protecting our tradition? Only to do nkubi, gather, you know, every celebration carried out by our ancestors, they were there for a significant purpose. Not to drink hero, not to drink pami, not to defy little girls. I want Biafrans to listen. Just watch our elders. You will see there are very few of them who are thinking about the future of the next generation. Very few of them. Elders in the land, where are you? Our ancestors never toyed with these things. As young as I am, my father started training me for a day like this. And every day I beg the Creator, help me to number my days that I may be able to apply my heart to wisdom. Because we will not always be young. And when I go to village, some elders will send for me. I will go to them They tell me, your father this, your father that, your father this, but we want you to be better than your father. It's not because my father is bad, but they motivate me to be better than my father. And that is why I said something. My mother bought the first plot of land in her life at the age of 26 years. One day she sat all of us down. He said, you people are busy pointing the house you will inherit. You don't have sense. You, how old are you? You, how old are you? Do you know I bought this land when I was 26 years? Do you know I do this one when I was this year? I was shocked. She can't lie to us. And the very first day I heard that word, and I said to myself, until I buy my own land, until I build my own house, I will never get involved with my parents' property. Till tomorrow I am their first son, and I know the property they have. I don't go there. Many people don't even know I am the son of the owners of this property. Because you go home now. Well, let me leave that one for you. They motivate us. Who has come out to speak for us? You watch them kill us and you call us bad children. Are we bad children because we fight for our right to self-determination? Are we bad children because we are Yoruba children? We have to die to graduate and we will not get a job. Yoruba Hausa children will get the job. Is that why we are bad children? Is that how your father raised you? Something went wrong somewhere. You're supposed to be the director of our custodian. You're supposed to be the chronicle of our people. What are you doing at this moment? Like I said earlier, the idea is that we are not here to attack you tonight, but we want you to feel our pain. If you are a father, I want you to look at your son and tell me that you are proud you have done well for them. I want you as a mother to look at your daughter and tell me you are proud you have done well for them without saying a word. And I tell you tonight that heaven will bless your soul. We make mistakes. We cannot be tamed. We cannot be controlled. It is not your duty to tame us. It is not your duty to control us. It is your duty to direct us, and that is all. You people failed to speak for a long time, and now we took your place to speak. Your father didn't do this. Your mother did not do this. Women are elders. Though they may not be members of elders and council, but yet we have elderly women. What we are here to do is simple. We have no intention of undermining any Biafran leader, elders, as the case may be. And that is if you are one. Remember your father. I'll be signing off temporarily. Of course, our line will be open immediately after that. Tell us how elders behave in your community. Tell us those character as you call in. Tell us character of elder that make you proud. And you look at somebody in the face and say you are elder. And of course, you can tell us some of the things they are doing which makes them lower than an elder. I'll be back in a minute.
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to. This is Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Yes, of course, at this moment our lines are open. Our direct line is 070. I beg your pardon. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Onyeibe.
Monitoring Spirit. Go ahead, please.
na pụta ya n'igwe mgbe mmụọ mụ gị nọnụ na nsogbu anyị ga-enye gị ekele ọma ka ụmụ gị nye gị otito ọma ụmụ gị ga-enye gị eluigwe ndị nsọ anyị ga-abụrụ n'gị iji gosi gị na ebu ochie ebube gbara ụmụ gị nne ha anyị niile ụmụ gị kete n'oke n'ime akpa gị esi n'ihi ga-eburu n'ụmụ gị bụ anyị eze nkeli okike o nwere nwoke heri nwoke sike oke mmụọ na-eri oke aja akpa gị esi ga-abụrụ nke anyị ma leenu eze anyị nọ n'elu gbata n'ọsọ bịa anyị n'ụmụ gị aka anyị Chukwu ike abịa na ya ụmụ gị nọ n'elu okpere nkwame ya gbata ọsọ bịa nyere n'aka ya ebube eluigwe na mee anyị nọ n'elu Nnamdị Kanụ gbata ọsọ bịa nyere ụmụ gị aka ya Chike mefole anyị nọ n'elu Chike gbata ọsọ bịa nyere n'ụmụ gị aka ya Chike Chukwule anyị nọ n'elu Tomapiyokile gbata ọsọ bịa nyere n'ụmụ gị aka ya Jomo Biafra anyị nọ n'elu Chukwu okike amaghị gbata ọsọ bịa nyere n'ụmụ gị aka ya Tabeka eke ọmịsi bụ 6 July 2020. My beloved father, Donald Trump, respect yourself at least for once in life and gain a very good reputation because Biafra has been in existence before every other nation on this planet Earth. Now to say,
quite unfortunate as always, Zoo Epileptic Network, but we must continue. Call on WhatsApp, are you there? Call on WhatsApp.
It's me, Mazi.
Yes, hello? You. Good evening from here. Mazi. Go ahead. Yes. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Hello, Mazi.
Good evening from here. Go ahead. The word is listening.
Good evening, Biafra. Okay. Ndị Biafra, ndị nwe na ndị nwe, I greet everyone. Mazi Onyeibe, thank God. Thank you for this lecture. Thank you so much. You know, there was something they are saying back home. Hasi Eziafa Kego. Eziafa Kego is not existing anymore. Because I think after the war, after the starvation, our elderly, they sold themselves
some
because
of them,
hunger.
Some of them, for the
some of them, yes.
Or majority of them.
Yes. I'm telling you, that's why.
In those days, sorry, my sister, when you come home with unusual wealth, elders will ask you, they won't take anything from you. Some people will come back rejoicing that God has blessed them. You will see, they say, hold on. They don't take anything from you until they know where you are coming with that money. But it's amazing now. They encourage it. Go ahead. Sorry for interrupting you.
It's okay. Feel free to be interrupting. But what I'm trying to say is that So many things went wrong after the war. After the war, so many things went wrong because I could remember clearly when my dad was alive. He always said to me, self-control matters a lot. As a woman, that if you are not contented with what you have, it means that you will be a trap. That men, they will be trapping you. I don't know how to express it. Or explain it more in a better English way, but I tell you, when I sat down and begin to have the flashback, there is no truth, not in our truth, because of common porridge, because of longer throats, they will go in Abuja to sell themselves because they are not proud of whom they are any longer. What all these properties they are driven and stuff going there, and I don't understand, to be honest. It's better that you stand on the truth. Even when you down, you lie in peace because you don't know if you are going to wake up tomorrow, the next morning or not. That watchdog, if their ego, is no longer there. You will see somebody because he had money and he collect poor woman land because the husband is not there anymore, and he has this woman's children. He collected the land. And when you call elders, even the woman will run to elder or whoever that will help her secure the land. Then the next thing, that man will go and bribe those people. Then they now twist everything. They now twist everything. They don't stand. That also no. And you it is they were taking all this title.
Your mind seems to be very.
Won't take it for because if not for their goodness, that we have finished. Mazi Onyeibe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Open up your dad.
Thank you very much. Our people must understand the truth. It cannot be overemphasized. There are a lot of things that are missing in the system. Our elders must stand up to their responsibility. There is, in those days, if I find myself in a very difficult situation, I'll go to my father or I'll go to the nearest elder. I'll say, I want to me here. They will look at me and say, oh, many there was no room to back up. There is no room to back up. And each time I remember their adage, their motivation, their action, we know the truth already. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? Yes, please turn down the volume of your radio set. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, caller on WhatsApp, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Mazi Onyeibe
from here.
Yeah, thank God for joining your program today. I've been listening to you guys. So it's a pleasure. I'm very happy. My name is Augustine Godwin Chukwude. I'm calling from Italy. So to be honest with you, before, I did not want to join IPOB. I stayed and they look and I see everything because I was with Wasobu before. But at a time, I see how he's going. I see everything. I see the honest. I see how our leader was very good, because this issue of elder, it's of recent that this one comes up. And I am very, very happy to hear from you guys, because ever since, if you remember when coronavirus was happened, everybody was like, and when our people, they go to China, I was sleeping, because ever since then, when I joined IPOB, I slept with Radio Biafra. So I wake up in the midnight, I couldn't recall somebody who was making a program. So the guy now, he said that our people, why I like IPOB, they will tell you the truth, no matter who you are. And that's why I like our leader. Even our leader is a perfect gentleman, if I may put it in that way. But sometimes you see him speaking. He's speaking because of what he's seeing and what he's going to, what he see his people going through. Who will accept it? Okay, coming to elder. I grew up with an elderly man. My father died before I grew up. But some of the elders I grew up with, I am happy with them. Some of our elders, one thing that gives our fathers joy is that the kind of person they produce you to be. Not what you have, not any other thing. But that's why you see how in our own, as in the whole Biafra now, they say that good name is more better than riches. We have to know ourselves, and I am very happy the way you people are going in this very Biafran issue. To be honest with you, all our people, we have to wake up. We owe you loyalty. We owe the Biafran leaders loyalty, because they have sacrificed everything. It's not easy. And before you come up now, before most of you sometimes I will be listening to Biafran radio, listen. This one will come, Onyeibe, so many people, Radio Biafran, UX1, US2, all this one. I listen to all this program. This one will come, it will be like the other. This one will come. It's just like, it's very, very select. God just selected all of you. So what I am praying and asking each and every one of you, please hold it on. Don't listen to our elders who don't know what they so. Sometimes I tell myself, if you fail to do the right thing, your mind, your conscience, your inner mind is supposed to tell you that I have failed. You see this man, Smith, the man who came to confess before joining his ancestor, that should be an example to us. Even before you hear our leader, he said about Onyeibe people, the white men, their life is different. That black man will never do this, they will never do that. You see how he lives. It has been paining him. If our elders should turn back, tell themselves the truth. Look at our system. The other day, our leader was talking about the graduates, people who go to university. To be honest with you, I'm not a graduate. I did not go to university. And till tomorrow, it's still disturbing me. It's still disturbing me, because they say that half education is a problem. It's disturbing me, to be honest with you. So this very issue now, and the other way, our leader said that the other side, they will cut in North, they will cut a little mark, they will give them admission. Why is it not like that? And another thing that is paining me is most of our brother who are graduates, they are not doing nothing. Support the agitation is even harder for them. They will go and be speaking nonsense English. So my brother, I'm happy, and the way you talk of the elders, our elders, please, you have disappointed us. Let us accept the truth. Let us accept the truth. The only thing that gives me joy in this Biafran issue, in this Biafran agitation, is because of the truth. The truth. Even if we have even if we have a little argument, but the truth must remain there. It must be there. You see our leader when he answered this woman that called him about the prophetess, this. I said myself, why must these people always come to do, they come to tell us about God, they come to use church issue or religion issue to convince us, because they know we are good people, we can accept because of God. But this time around, we don't need all these things. They see how we have been suffering. They see, even, I said, our leader is fighting for the living and the dead, both unborn generation, both the children who have even, they have not witnessed this world. They were killed in the womb. Just think of it. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. I'm happy.
The truth cannot be overemphasized. Our elders must understand. We are the children today, are doing the work of elder for the next generation. People should understand. Our fathers were not like this. They could speak up. They guided us. They guided you people, not us. Little thing we know about them have undone all of you. Rise up and do the right thing. Are you there? Caller on the line. Caller on the line, please turn down your radio set. Please turn down your radio set. When you call, you move away from your radio set. You did not call your radio. You called your line. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yes, good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm calling from Biafra State. My name is Biafra.
Biafra, Ugebo man. Go ahead and tell us about Ugebo elders.
Hey, my leader, Onyeibe, I'm happy to hear you this night. It's my lucky day. Today is my birthday. To thank you. Yes. Good evening, fellow Biafra, all over the world. My name is Biafra, I'm calling from Onyeibe. We are here to tell the people that yes, Mazi, that is and Biafra struggle. Kanu is the truth man, and all his followers, they are truth man. We need them, not these biters that they call elders. When they know when they children are running, when they talk about Abuja, try to come, they could hear them, they are children, they are them.
Of course, our network is very, very bad this evening, but what to do? We must continue. You can try and see if you can call back my brother. That notwithstanding, there were roles played by our elders. They give you parable. They give you idioms. They speak to you languages that make you to begin to think. But what is happening today, elders, our elders, what is happening today? Where did you get it wrong? Or where did you get it wrong? Whose interest do you serve? Very unfortunate. Caller on the line, are you there? This is female line.
Hello?
This is the female line. Please call the male line. Caller on the line.
Hello?
Yes, good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi George Onyeibe. Good evening, Mazi. Our David Carlo calling from Iguacha.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, may Chukwu continue to bless IPOB worldwide. All those working assiduously to make sure that the Biafra is being restored. May they be blessed in the mighty name of God. Above all, may our leader be endowed with more wisdom. At the end, the whole world will know that he was sent by Chukwu. That is why I always tell my friends that we have different gods. We have different beliefs, just like India, China, and the rest of them. I believe that if I call unto them that Chukwu is my God, they will say they don't know what I am talking about. But their country is kind of beautiful to the eyes of man. in which I know that Biafra will be more even glamorous than their own. All hail Biafra. Mazi George Onyeibe, I want to make some reference about this elder of 18. And I want to say thank you also to my leader who really tackled that lady yesterday, the prophetess. Although I'm not against her, like our leader said, this is democracy made in Biafra. I thank you for that. She is welcome. I ask for those who are also with her to be courageous, bring on their doubts why Biafra will not come. And at the end, we will know. So where am I going? I am going to Malachi. I am not asking everybody to bring their tithes nor offering. But where I want to go in the book of Malachi is the last verse. The last verse is verse 6. The last verse is verse 6. That's Malachi chapter 4, verse 6. And I read, it says, "And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse." Mazi George Onyeibe, am I understood on this phrase? Am I going on the right direction? Or am I making any mistakes?
Of course, if I see something wrong in what you are saying, I stop you immediately. But go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mazi. So what am I trying to say? It is high time the elders begin to search themselves that the miracle of Elohim is coming to pass. Our leader started as a youth. Our leader started as a small boy because he said the reason why he was given birth to is because of restoration of Biafra. So he started it right from the childbirth, right from birth. That is when he started it. That is also the reason why when Yahweh was here on earth, as little as he was by then, because of him, 3 months old children were killed just for nothing's sake, but because of Yahweh. So do you see where I'm going? So I don't want anybody to be doubting to our leader God this wisdom. Where did he get this power behind him, or where did IPOB is anchoring their belief? Our anchor is on Chukwu Abiyama and nothing else, and that is the reason why we say I cannot explain. Let them ask Google. Maybe they can explain more better. So what am I trying to say is this: today, did you know that people want to go for a protest? I remember one of them. He's an APC man. They used to call him I forgot his name. I don't want to promote him either. But I asked in the radio, in the Zoo radio, let him go on with the protest. But today, the protest was halted by the police. Now, when IPOB were protesting about this same character of this same government that they are supporting, APCO, PDPO, ABGAO, any party at all in the zoo, when IPOB were protesting, what did they do? They fired live ammunition on IPOB. The same APC people, the same PDP people, the same ABGA, the same churchgoers, the same intellectuals were there laughing at IPOB. Today, reverse is the case. Are you seeing why what we are doing is in him more? It is the things of the spirit. And I believe that whomsoever that is anchored in IPOB, that is in truth and in honesty, neither you went to Arochiko or you did not go. What I mean is, in depth of your own heart, if you have been touched by Chukwu Abiyama, that is when you will know that truly that you are meant to work for the restoration of Biafra assiduously, not be commemorating yourself that because you are a money monger or you love your work or more better than any other thing. No, this is a divine project by Chukwu Abiyama. So I urge my brothers, I urge my sisters, I urge my elders and my fathers, even those that call themselves, even the man that called himself Nyanwodo, let him understand that this is a divine project. I saw something in the Facebook, but let me not say it on air. But what am I trying to say is this: whomsoever that touches his hand on our leader, on our Lord, on our prophet, Mazi Nnamdi, that let that person know that he will be even more worse than Judas. Judas will be more better than him. Because why? We are like the Portia crusade. When the time comes, they will really know what we are talking about. We have not stoned anybody. But I remember Abechi VVD when he said that when they took over the office in the Zoo government, that they did not perform well, they let Nigeria stone them. Today, have anybody stoned anybody? The answer is capital no. Also, I saw that DSS arrested Magu. to me, I believe that my director will come up on Wednesday with that particular issue. Why? Because I know already before now that our leader has been saying that Magu is a criminal. Likewise, the DSS also is a criminal. Did you see why our leader is calling them Zoo? Because we know very, very well that these people are not worthy to be human beings, neither are they worthy to be any government apparatus or leadership in humanity. But today, because in the country of the blind, one-eyed man is a king. That is why they are pretending that they have one eye. That is why others are following them. I believe that Chiko Kikabiama will restore that Biafra for us in our own lifetime, in the mighty name of Chiko Kikabiama. Thank you, Mazi Onyeibe. Let me give my brothers and sisters a chance so that they can also say them. Mazi Onyeibe, I'm missing you a lot, but I know one day we shall meet again. Thank you very much.
We must continue. Our people must understand. Everybody must stand up and do the right thing. Let us reconsider how our elders, our ancestors, how they manage the community, reposition their children. You people were able to stand a murderous Nigerian security agent for good 3 years. All of you were able to understand what is to be done. There were no hospital available. You made provision for pharmaceutical products. There were no technology available. You people were able to contact the world. Yes, you fought alone, but you fought many countries, and yet you fought very well because you were properly grounded by your father. You were properly informed by your father. Why have you given birth to children you want to continue to breastfeed, even in your old age? When you are still giving pocket money to your son that is 40 years, how do you feel? Are you not ashamed knowing that even at the age of 20 years, your father have positioned you for a way on the road of success? How do you feel? Caller on the line.
Hello, my African rep.
This is female line, but let me just
May God bless you, sir.
Go ahead. We lost that caller. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, sir. God bless you. It's a pleasure to pick my call this evening. So I'm calling from Libreville. I'm a native of Abaje in Onyeibe, Mbano local government, but I'm residing in Libreville here. This evening, I thank God you picked my call. For so long I've been following your program. So I thank God. God bless you for this evening. I want to use the opportunity to thank our leader and also pray for our leader, our deputy, our radio presenters, Onyeibe and George Onyeibe and the others. I want to use the opportunity to pray for you. The Lord said that His thought for us, His thought of peace. He will lead us to the expected end, and we are getting to the end, and the Lord will give us really victory. And I can see that the victory is already around us. So I've been following our leader since 2015. So when I saw the truth in him, I joined the family, and I'm a member of the family here under oath. So I thank God for what the Lord is doing. So concerning the elders, the distraction of elders, you can see Tobias and Sambala when they want to distract Nehemiah. So, but Nehemiah did not look by the side. Nehemiah continued and accomplished his mission. And when God has called somebody, missioned somebody, you will see that mission, that very work will get to the end, and the Lord will achieve, the man of God will achieve his goal. Moses achieved his goal. Joshua achieved his goal. I believe IBOP is going to achieve our goal by the grace of God, by the power of God, in Jesus' name. So I pray for the God Almighty to fill you, fill our leaders, fill our radio presenters, fill our deputy with more anointing, more power. So no distraction from the enemy, from any side, will distract us. God is by our side, and victory is very, very, very close. So whatsoever the terrorists is doing in our land, they are doing it because and the Bible says, "Nkume konelu ujonato ite." So IBOP bo nkute konelu so ujonato nde Fulani because hamana hemelegene hefelogo. God is with us and victory is with us. God bless you, sir. God bless all our radio presenters and God bless our leader. God bless our deputy. God bless all of you. Bless your family in the name of Jesus.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We must continue. Call on the line. Your name and where are you calling from? Call on the line.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Hello,
from
good
here.
evening.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, my name is Ejike Mowa. I'm calling you from Aba. Aba is in Abia State, Biafra land. I must say thank you very much for what you've been teaching us so far and been following. Of the elders, I cannot see growing up.
That same line, still very, very bad, but we must continue. Call on WhatsApp.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Okay, my name is Elijah Pan. Calling from Aba here. So I'm so much happy for the topic that we are speaking about this evening, because any elder that need respect, because there is no way you can provoke. You always provoke your children. You do not make them happy. They will not do what you want them to do because they did not happy. Because all these elders that say our leader insulting them, yes, that is the thing that suits to them, because they still want us to remain as we are, for us to suffer, for us to lament, for us to no work. You can't see, for you to eat in a day is problem. So that make them to happy. They did not want us to survive. They did not want us to make it, but they expect for us to respect them. Because if they really want us to respect them, therefore do what is needful. Many of them, they are complaining. They are saying our leader always insulted them. They did not see them as they be leader. What makes it to happen? Because due to they did not want to hear the truth. They did not want to see the way our leader see it. If they still complain that we are insulting them, or the Biafran that we are not have respect, we must continue till they do the right thing they're supposed to do, till they see how we are suffering. No good road, no light, no water, no better hospital, many things, but they still happy. Expect for us to respect them. No, even a father, if you do not make your children to happy, they will not be happy with you also. That's the reason, the thing that happening, all the elders, whatsoever thing they call themselves, except they do what their friends want them to do. They look the way we look, they see the way we see many things before. If that respect, we will give it to them. Because right from the time, we are not normally insult elders. But any elders that need insult, the insult will go to him or her. It's better for them to do the rightful thing in time before it's too late. Because whether they're complaining that our leader insulting them, this one is small. Unless they repent, unless they do the rightful thing. That is the only thing that I can say this evening, sir. Thank you very much. Too much from here, sir.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Call on the line.
Hello.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Okay, my name is Onyeibe G. Okay, I'm calling from Obiungwa, Mboko Zone. Hello. Okay. What I want to say is that may God bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is a great man. No man, no human being can stop our Biafra. Biafra will surely must come. And what I want to say is that I'm so happy for what God is doing with our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Man, everybody join IPOP because of is the place God will help us. Is the place God will help us to rise. Because of we are suffered. We are suffered a lot. No road, nothing. These our leaders for these politicians now, zoo politicians is not doing anything. We are suffered a lot. So I know that will help us. May God help our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, help Uchemefo. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Amen. Thank you very much. Call on the line.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, move away from your radio.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Move away from your radio.
My name is Chamaka, calling from Omahia. And Omahia is a Biafran land. I've been seeing your handwork.
Can you turn down your radio? Can you turn down your radio set, please?
May God bless you in Jesus' name.
Can you turn down your radio set? Of course. We are inching closer to the end of this program. Our people must remain focused. Everybody, don't let the truth hurt you. Elders in Biafra land, begin to reevaluate your stand. Find out how your father function. You will see you are almost like nothing to them. You cannot blame us when you are responsible for the ordeal we are going through. Can you hear me, caller on the line? Good evening from here. Our women this evening, I don't know what is happening. Why you are abandoning your line? Caller on the line. Go ahead, please.
No.
Of course. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, my brother, good evening. My name is Kelechi. I'm calling from Lagos.
Go ahead, please.
My brother, thank you very much for your program. Your topic this evening is very nice. Elders saying they are being assaulted or they're being embarrassed or things like that. Mazi, I want to ask, in IPOB, don't we have elders? We have plenty elders in IPOB. In fact, you need to attend our meeting and see how much we respect our elders. And see how much we respect them when they talk and give us advice. Enyabaribe, is he not an elder? Have you ever seen us calling him name, insulting him? If you are a stupid man, in fact, Mazi, do you know that there are some people who were foolish in their youth, in their young age, they were very stupid, and they carry the stupidity until they are old, and they are expecting us to respect their foolishness. How can you expect me, Kelechi, to respect a man who said instead of me to fight those who are killing our people, we should first kill him first. How do we expect me to respect a man who said that he will stand and sabotage my freedom? That anything that is going to make me to be free in this life, that he's going to sabotage it. How can you expect me to respect a man who go to Abuja and collect money on my behalf without my consent? He collect money and come down and betray his own people. How do you want me to respect that person? Mazi, they should, like I said last time, they should take this insult and repent. Because if this game changed from insult and they will begin to do another thing, we will start from their house. We will burn down their houses. We will kill them, their children, anybody we see related with them as their IPOB member, we will kill them, and their children will die in exile. Let them take the insult now and repent and change. That is the only thing that will help them. Mazi, God bless you. Rubbish.
Thank you very much. The people are not happy because most of the elders today don't want to behave like their father. You are behaving like a Fulani man, and you expect us to respect you as an elder when God will be the judge of that. And of course, we are willing to give all of you the necessary support as you request for them. That having been said, I will be drawing the curtain on this segment. Sincere appreciation to those of you who were able to call in. My apology to those of you I cannot receive their call now. But then I will be signing off temporarily and I will be coming back in no time. So don't go anywhere.
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this is Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Bring us back to the land, flowing with of slavery. This is my message to the world. Embrace Biafra. Embrace redemption. We shall win in the end. This is my message to the world. Embrace our freedom. Embrace our victory. We shall win in the end.
You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this. Radio. You're listening to this. Is Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is still Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Even as I welcome you this moment, I want to remind you that Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB. His name is Mazi Ukafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Ukafomefo is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And of course, I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind those words, but one day you shall. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Ukukano. He is the king of Afari-Beku. Afari-Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kano is the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, the director of Radio Biafra, as well as Biafran television. For almost 60 years, nobody has been able to stand up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people until he came. And by the special grace of Chukwuka Kabiama, I remain George Onyeibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, as always, we must proceed to acknowledge the Creator, Chukwuka Kabiama, the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. For he is the lifting up of our head, our hope and stay in matter both great and small. He is the one who has confused the enemy before our very presence. Of course, they are still holding us down, but they are not going anywhere. And so in my humble way, as always, I say to him this evening, Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'ihi na ị mara mma e, ịhụnanya na gị, obiọma gị, o juru anya dadi o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị, ị bụ Alfa na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na Nede mao. Ise. And of course, as always on this segment, we'll move ahead to our topic, which is simply titled, There is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. There is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Honestly, what we do here in Radio Biafra, what we do here in IPOB, I must sincerely express to you, make you understand that nobody can be blamed. We are walking in a path we have not walked before. Yes, it is true that our father did walk on this path before us. We know very little or nothing about what they did. And of course, for us to be able to get to the point where we are today, we can only attribute that very achievement to the Creator. I would simply say, grace set us aside. In every destination, there is a road. It is one thing to know the road. It is another thing to walk on that path. To focus on any destination, I must remind you, sometime to get to a particular destination, you may have alternative route. Alternative route can be up to 1,000. But that is just knowing the path. But to walk on that path is something else. Because the more route you have, the more alternative you have to switch over when necessary. The same privilege you have to alternate the challenge you choose to confront. Tonight I want to remind Biafrans, there is difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Some people can analyze freedom fighting. They will tell you what it is and what is not freedom fighting. But I tell you, they are not ready to lift off a finger to walk the path. If we have to go to the Bible a little bit this evening for clarity's sake, you discover that in the book of Matthew chapter 14 verse 26, he said, if a man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sister, yea, his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. I want you to understand the difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Knowing the path is okay, everybody knows the path. In fact, a lot of people know so many paths, they can't walk on it. When we come, we talk about, for instance, Christianity. A lot of people are going to say so many things because they know the path. Can they live the life? A lot of people claim attribute to that is, they claim to know many things, but knowing is one thing. There is a difference between theory and practical. One of the greatest secrets behind any successful man is the ability not just to know the theory, but also to implement the practical. In fact, it is better you know the practical, forget about the theory. But both of them are very important, I must tell you. Jesus called his disciples and said to them, in this very journey we are about to embark, it's not just knowing that we will move from Jerusalem to Ethiopia, from Ethiopia to West Germany, from West Germany to the uttermost part of the earth. It's not about that. There is more to it. You must first of all hate your mother. You must hate your father. Hate your sister. Hate your wife. Hate your children. Hate your brethren. Hate your sister. Yea, hate your own life just to go to heaven. Imagine fighting for freedom. Freedom to deliver ourselves from Yoruba, Hausa and Fulani. Freedom to make sure those people going to collect money on our head, we free from them. If Jesus were to be leading us here in IPOB, he would have said the same thing to us. Yea, my disciples, you must hate yourself. Yea, my disciples, you must hate your mother and your father and everybody. This is Jesus telling somebody, if you want to go to heaven, hate everybody. But if we tell you to hate Yoruba, hate Hausa, hate Sabotua, hate anything evil, they say, these people are evil, but we have passed that stage. Did I say it? I don't like to sound like church. Those of you who are a Christian or God more, whatever you are deceiving us. We have been there. Jesus said, if you want to be my disciple, in fact, let our leader come here now and say, if you want to be my disciple, you must hate your mother, you must hate your father, you must hate your brother, hate your sister, hate everybody, hate yourself. People will say, Arwe, this man is not, how can he say like that? But this is the truth. This is the truth. To know the paths of freedom, the road to follow to get freedom. Where the road map? Give us the road map. We want to see the road map. We want to see the road map. That is all you know. That is all you can think of. That is all you can ask for. Come and walk the path now. Now you understand why we behave the way we behave. We are, first of all, we hated ourselves. We hate our mother. We hate our father. We hate our sister. We hate our brothers. We hate our wife. We hate our children. We hate everybody on the way because it's a lonely road. We can't afford to kill the people that we are supposed to mourn. We hate everything on our way. And then when you say, hey, don't talk to this one, don't talk to this one. Don't you see we hate you? There is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Let's take time and look at that scripture very well because it's going to help us. Don't let anybody tell you how to feel. The best thing anybody who is being irritated by what we are doing can do is to say, let's settle this issue. Yoruba, go, enjoy your Duduwa nation, collect Nigerian money. We don't want to have Nigerian money. Collect it. After all, Nigerian very money is an insult to all of us. Never allow Igbo man rule again because we are keeping quiet. It is we don't know. He went on to say to them in verse 27, and whosoever does not bear his cross and come after me, he cannot be my disciple. There is a difference between you know the path, walk the path. Today there are people doing kaba. When it says, hey, you are doing kaba, you are doing kaba, thunder, fire all of honor. We hate everything that we have. We hate everything. Willing to fight anybody. We bear our cross on daily basis, and you are telling to tell us how to behave. Thunder, fire, all of honor. Nobody walks sincerely on this path and speak big English and raw pancake. Our people must understand. You have not been there does not mean you cannot be there. It does not mean you cannot pass that path. If we fail to walk on this path, nobody will walk on this path for us. For which of you intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counted the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it? Which of you to build a house, count the cost? And so at this moment, somebody feels that, man, I'm tired. I want to give up. Guy, give up. Tired. Go ahead. So much price to pay. But for you to be able to understand this movement and what lies ahead, it's not just knowing the path. Can you walk the path? When the line opens, someone say, oh, George Onyeibe, you are trying. I didn't try. There are people on this Facebook. There are people who are listening to this audio. They are trying more than me. There are people who are sharing this broadcast. I have been here 2 years plus. There are people who have been following me 2 years plus. They are on this Facebook. So some of them know they cannot broadcast. They don't have the privilege to broadcast as I'm broadcasting. Not because they cannot broadcast, but they cannot be here. But what do they do? Every minute they call me. I hope you are strong. Are we ready to go? Can we move ahead? Because they understand everybody must do what you can to make sure Biafra is restored. To work on this part, everybody must contribute to their own. This is our calling. This is our cross. And the cross you are called to bear here may be painted with iron color. But tonight I remind you they are wooden color. They may be painted with bronze color. But I say they are wooden color. When we say that you must understand how to walk the path, how to know the path, understand the implication behind the journey. Knowing the path is through your leader. On this journey, you need a leader. To know the path, you need a leader to direct you on that path. Don't forget, my topic is simple. There is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. A lot of people know the path. They know the path. And to know this path, you require a leader. Who is your leader? Who is showing you that path? The question goes to every Biafrans from beginning to the end. Who is your leader? The last time I checked, it looks like Fulani men are the leader of our governors, our senators. Most of our Igwe and Amayanabo, it looks to me that Yoruba Hausa Fulani are your leader. Who is showing you the path? The path to develop our land, the path to freedom, the path to equal right and justice, the path to security of life. Who is showing you this path? Because we have only one path here. And that is the pathway to freedom. And Mazi Kano is the one leading us. And we followed him. He gives us guideline as we walk along that road. He told us there will be challenges, there will be problems. And now we know the path, we are following him. So when we say knowing the path, it means you have somebody leading you. And at the end of the day, who is leading us? The Creator. Walking the path is all about personal experience. When we talk about walking the path, it is all about personal experience on that journey. Believe me, when I joined the IPOB, I miscalculated. I miscalculated because there are a lot of things I'm seeing today that I didn't bargain for. And that is why I'm telling you that part of the experience there is your personal experience. When we talk about walking the path, there are personal experience. I miscalculated. But the point is that I want to walk that path. Because that path is the path of freedom. To walk in that path, we have so many experience. When we started forming IPOB here in Biafra land, Nigeria was never happy with it. More than 3 different times, because of IPOB, Nigeria has a mark law to forbid gathering. They said they don't want to see more than 3 people gathering. You gather, they arrest you. Many people at that time don't want to get involved with Nigeria because without our leader Mazi Kano, none of us could address Nigeria before. But we understand experience is needed. In those days we defied them, we gathered. They called us terrorists. We are not. We defied them. We were willing to walk the road. We are still on that road. We pray to be here to the end. And with all the experience since 2014 to today, There is hardly what somebody can tell me. Nothing more. At least we have experience. Today we now know the truth. You can choose to go to backyard and kill us. And so what? We die with the mindset that yes, we did our best. Today you can go to the back and blackmail us. And so what? We will die with that mindset. We will embrace that blackmail with one mindset that we did our best. So many experience, so many encounter. And believe me, the worst is yet to come. You know the path, Come and walk the path now. And I tell you the truth, not until we all are ready to walk on this path. Each and every one of us having our personal experience, I tell you, the freedom we'll seek for will not be as sweet as we want it to be. When you look at what people are doing, when you look at the experience we are having in the course of this struggle, there are a lot of people playing smart because they know the way to play smart. And there are people who are depending on experience. Experience, they understand what is going on. I said it before and many times. As far as this struggle is concerned, everybody is a suspect until we enter Biafra land. Somebody called in one of our leader broadcasts. He said he's calling from America. His generation is the one that went into slavery. And then after slavery, he traced his home to Afaribeku, Ndiara. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. That is not a way to know the path. That is not a way to walk the path. I took time and I listened to this man's conversation over and over. He is speaking English like me. Which means he lied. Of course, he can come and prove me wrong. But the issue of restoring Biafra is not something we should be toiling with. Collect money, run away, be using us to play gamble. Hey, my father is American, he repatriated. Make una stop to they talk that lie. They speak English like me. Those of you who left from your village to America, look at your children. They speak English. Fune. Is that not how they call it? I was discussing with somebody from Cambodia. The daughter or the son, rather, I don't even know the one. They were talking like Onyeibe. You that have been born in America, your father born in America, the other one born, he just they speak English like me. Oh boy, Onyeibe no fit speak this kind of English where they speak. You are not ready to walk the path. You want to tell us you know the path. Oh boy, make una come down, come walk this path. So the Biafra we seek for will be sweet for all of us. Some people are back in there analyzing. Mazi Onyeibe should have done it better this way. They should have done. Oh boy, the path is wide for all of us to pass. Did you know what it means to go through this path? But one day all of you will understand the truth. You will appreciate men who stood on the gap for you people. You don't even see what is coming. In as much as I'm withholding myself not to talk about certain things, but I'm not afraid of the truth. And then yesterday another one still come. Hey, yes, I'm Yoruba. God will tell me now. Is Biafra will not come? Is he retroactive that will come? God will tell me now. All of you who are men of God, ooh, God know they talk to now. When I don't see him now. God know they talk to una. Biafra men of God, where are you? Let us use our head. There is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Let us use our head. We are on the path. A lot of things will happen. Not until you understand the reason why Jesus told his disciple, on the pathway to heaven, hate your mother, hate your father, hate your sister, hate your son, hate your daughter, hate yourself, because Undiro Kanko. Enemies are everywhere. Some of them will come like your mother. Some of them will come like your father. Some of them will come like your leader. Some of them will come like your brother. Millions of people call me every day to record what I'm saying. And I'm happy for them because they make my job easier for me. Ndiara. And then as much as we are ready to love you, we are ready to hate you. Oh, when he came in. I'm saying what I'm saying tonight, so Biafra understand. The journey is not easy. The more you get to the end of the journey, the more it will become harder. You think Nigeria has kept quiet? They will come back for us. And I'm sure all of you are already waiting for them. Because there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. How many years we have been here? And they think they can ignore us. They think they can deceive us. Believe me, we understand that delay is dangerous. And if we become delayer, we become dangerous. Our people must understand. Not everybody will say, Lord, 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 we go to heaven. Anyhow you like, analyze it. Have we not seen enough in this journey? Is it not time that we all activate our discerning mind to understand what is going on? Must we allow what killed our father to kill us? Do we wait till these people begin to invade our house and cut us down before we walk this path? We must run this race. All of us must walk on this path. There is no hiding place for anybody. The battle line has been drawn, not today. The battle line has been drawn as far as we can understand. So many hurdles on the way. The enemies are at every 1 meter waiting for us to destroy what we are doing. But just like a man who embarked on a trip, there are potholes there. There are potholes everywhere. There are bombs on the road. There are policemen on the highway. There are road safety. There are armed robber. There are people waiting for lift. Now learn from this experience when you are traveling. When you see a pothole on your way in this journey, the pothole represents all these obstacles, witches are wizards inside the struggle. They are the pothole. There are some people in their job in IPOB is to gossip. Nothing else. You can't stop them. They have the anointing. Why they are gossiping? You be doing what they are doing. Some of you are on the road already, but you don't understand what happens on the road. When you are driving on the highway, you should make up your mind that you are going to encounter certain challenges on the road, ranging from number 1, gallop, pothole. You must meet them. Pothole represent enemy within and enemy without. They are there gossiping you. All they are doing is slowing you down. Let it be the only thing they can do. Let them be slowing you down. Gossipers. And not until you have suffered in their hand, you can't overcome them. So prepare your mind that as you are driving any location, you may eventually meet pothole. Pothole are simply obstacle, small baby saboteur, gossipers. And then after you see pothole, in some junction, you see a bomber. The bomber is to slow you down. Most of the things happening to us in this struggle, they are bomber. They are meant to slow us down. But believe me, because you were slowed down for one reason or the other does not mean you are backward. Because sometimes to be able to cover more gap, you slow down. So on this road to freedom, be ready to slow down when necessary. Because there are tools on the road that are meant to slow you down. It's not something bad. are people there. All their activity is to bring you down. Yes, now we start this struggle. How can he overshine us? You they pay me money while I use overshine you. You are just a clause in the wheel of progress. You are just a clause in the wheel of progress. Everybody on this journey must understand all these things are there. That is what makes our leaders very tough. When we see you, we look you, we know this one a pothole. If we like, we march you, waka go. If we like, we dive you, we waka go. You cannot stop us. Slowly, steadily, surely, we will get to our destination. And when we get to you, you are a bomb or bomber. We can decide to smash you like that and move ahead. We can slow to cool down. Whatever we decide to do, our destination remain our destination. On your journey to a particular destination, you must see policemen on the road. Policemen are those people who think that they are in the struggle to make money. The higher money they collect, the more you know the department they belong to. Our leader have been announcing, don't collect money, but there are some army collecting money inside IPOB. People don't know we have army. If your coordinator is telling you, pay 3,000 security money, pay 1,000 security money, outside monthly due, your coordinator is army. Or army. You think Nigeria is our problem? You think it's Yoruba and Hausa Fulani? Don't worry, we will get it right. And then you will understand what we have been telling you. And there are police. All of them, Army, Air Force, all of them. If you see them on the road, the armed robber in Nigeria, they want to collect your money. They want to rob you. And there are armed robbers on the highway. In every journey in life, you must see them. There are armed robbers there. The thief cometh not but to kill, to steal, and to destroy. Those armed robbers, the only thing they do, they want to kill you, they want to steal, they want to destroy you. That is their job. Don't worry about all of them. But prepare your mind, they will be there. Understand that as you pass that road, it may be a raining day. Rain may fall. That means a different challenge. When you are driving during the rainy season, in the daytime, it's not the same encounter when you are driving during the rainy season at night time. In fact, if you are not a good driver, when you drive in a rainy season at night time, that day you will understand that there are drivers and there are drivers. All these are the encounter you see ordinary road are just physical image of the real thing you encounter in this spiritual journey. Do not marvel at any experience or encounter you will see in the course of this journey. They are all supposed to be there. I call upon you tonight, prepare your mind because the journey has just begun. You will meet snow. I remember one year, I drove from Lagos to Abo on the 24th night. The snow on the road was so thick that I couldn't even see 3 feet away from my bumper. I drove that night not having faith that I would get home. But I did get home. And if any mistake has occurred on the road, I would have been gone. I couldn't see through my windscreen. I have to wind down and bring out my head outside. In fact, I put my life in my hand. But I got home. The journey here to restore Biafra is not different from the other journey of life. But only you are called to prepare your mind. Because the people who are there to antagonize you, to frustrate you, they come in different form. Because they sound polite to you does not mean they love you. Don't you know some policemen, when they stop you on the highway, they pretend as if they are polite? Being polite is to see if you will be able to respond to stimuli. And after being polite, you didn't give them bribe. They will clear you. They will teach you lesson. Every IPOB member, every Biafran child, man and woman must understand that in this journey, there is a price to pay. Prepare your mind. Most of you do not expect all these things on the road. That is why you see them, you back up. You don't back up on this journey. Let people who are so determined to get rid of you, let them get rid of you so that we start all over again. We'll have a nation to deliver. And all of them will be there. A lot of people have been paid by Nigerian government. All of us are still shouting, Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. But it is better you learn from experience of other people, or you wait for your own experience. We are fighting to restore one Biafra, but we are having different agenda because almost everybody have their own selfishness, selfish interest to protect. There is a difference between walking the path and knowing the path. If you have not been there, you have not been there. Biafrans must get ready and toughen their heart. Harden your heart, your mind against your subordinate, or else they will kill you for nothing. They need to walk on the path as much as we know it, with the truth and sincerity, even unto the end. When you are called to walk on this path, there is a need for you to walk on that path in truth and in sincerity. It's not just walking the path. Walk the path in truth. Walk on that path in sincerity. You must prepare your mind to walk that path in truth and in sincerity. Because everybody must walk that path. And to walk that path, there are a lot of distraction. There are a lot of enemy on the way. And so when you encounter them, don't think something new is happening. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. In truth and in sincerity, stand your ground. Because at the end of the day, what we are dragging for is our right. Biafra is pure and holy. It's not corrupt. We are not fighting for new Nigeria. We are not fighting for restructure of Nigeria. We are not fighting for better Nigeria. We are not fighting for self-control. We are not fighting for resource control. We are not asking for Bill of Rights. We are asking for Nigeria to divide. Let us divide Nigeria. Yoruba nation go to Yoruba nation. Hausa nation go to Hausa nation. Let us go back to how we were before the British government came. But they will not let that happen. As far as we must be forced to go and enter plane in their own region and travel abroad, they will never let you be. As far as you will be coming back from abroad, you must drop your container in their own land. They will never let you go. As far as they can pay some of you to be running intel inside IPOB, they will never let us go. As far as they have the mindset that they can mugu us and walk away freely with it, they will never let us go. As far as you make them get the impression that all is well, they will soon calm down. Leave them. That is how Ojukwu did. We subdue Ojukwu. That is how Wazirike did. We subdue Wazirike. Niger Delta militant did. We subdue all of them. After all, we killed Kesariwiwa. Nothing happened. Yes, we killed Elechi Martin. We killed everybody killable. Nothing happened. Just leave IPOB. We will deal with them. As far as you allow them to have their way, the journey may not end. We must walk on this road in sincerity. We must be ready for them. No matter what's happened, we must be ready for them to get to the end of this journey. And that is why it's not easy. It's not just to analyze. People don't even know what is happening. That That is why all of a sudden we have become entertainers. Fine boys and fine girls on the expense of your people. That is why these people think we are not serious. They think we are not serious. But of course, we will prove to them that we are serious. Are you walking the path or you are analyzing the path? But if the price for all we hold dear is death, then let us die without a shred of fear. It requires more than knowing the path. You can't allow your brother to walk on that path alone. Everybody must walk on that path. Everybody must play their role. You people will not understand what Biafra represents. You people may not be able to understand the plan of Hausa, Fulani and Yoruba for you. You will not know what they have planned for you. Because you are a good man. Who then they pay say be good man? Biafrans, be wise. Biafrans, guide your lawns. We are the one in danger. We are the target. We are the most endangered species of Homo sapiens on earth. These people have no intention of retreating or surrendering. But the enemy of Biafra will show themselves. And God Himself, who have led us out here, will see us to the end of this journey. If we fail to fight to defend Biafra land, if we fail to fight to walk this road to the end, this enemy will overrun us. And then our children will suffer more than us, because we have suffered more than our father. If we do not stand up and speak against the injustice happening to us as a people, nobody will. You can see them demonstrating for you vividly, wholeheartedly, how much they love Nigeria. When God was even talking to them, they asked God, no, remove division, remove division. Nobody deceives us. Nobody deceives us. We are being region, let's regionize, everybody stay in own, everybody stay in own. Oh. Don't deceive yourself by not seeing the truth and embracing the truth. Don't deceive yourself and stay in Facebook, fine boys, fine girls. Hey, Phineas, subscribe to my YouTube, bloggers, for our head, Abi. The earlier you begin to walk that path, the better for you. The level of businessmen in the name of agitation is amazing. But we know you will be there, and we are ready for you. We know there will be a lot of misguided fellas, and we are ready. Are we ready that we are going to kill you? Are we ready that we are going to do you? We will undo you. With that finger you are pointing to another person, you will understand what it means. Let us save the next generation. Let us deliver our people from Nigeria. Let us stop deceiving ourselves and destroy Nigeria with the truth and cripple Nigeria through civil disobedience. Let us once and for all confront these people. That thing that want to happen tomorrow, let it happen today, let us see it. But are they really ready to walk the path? Everybody go back and prepare your heart. Prepare your heart and be ready to walk the path. We all know the path now. We all know the truth. That every challenges we have gone as a people, we must respond to them. We all know that they will continue to marginalize us. They will continue to emasculate us. They will continue to disenfranchise us. They will continue to subjugate us. They will continue to steal the resources in our land to develop their land. They will continue to work hard that our land remain under military occupation. They will do everything they can until they take our very destiny from us. But this is the time for us to walk on that path and tell them, you have done it before. You did it before. But now, we can't allow you to do the same thing. Biafrans, prepare your mind and be ready to walk the path. I'll be back in a minute.
This song is dedicated to the victims of this genocide. Those who lost their lives from 1967 to this very moment.
I had to do this song with Wee-Woo. My brother man, I don't believe you. Shake a man could beat you. My brother man, listen up. Tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell the wounded he's gonna be alright. The spirit of our fathers be alright. Follow me, tell everybody he's gonna be alright. See the bad loans wanna bring us down. The money that we keep rising up. See betrayers wanna bring us down. The money that we keep rising up. Bring your gun and your bullet and bazooka and your grenade and Biafrans. We will fight till the end. See them sabotage, playing cow dice in the corona. But we will win them all. I say we will win them all. Kanu is the leader. He says he's gonna be alright. He's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell the wounded he's gonna be alright. Tell our mothers, our fathers that he's gonna be alright. Tell our mothers, our fathers that he's gonna be alright.
I remember a very good brother man from my nation, Biafra land. Yeah. Oh na na na, what a wicked world. I want a junior, another dead Biafrans, shot by the government. Because of our freedom, we are fighting for a better life. One thing I know, forward ever, backward never. We will one day avenge their day, someday, sometime soon.
Tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that it's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell the wounded he's gonna be alright. Little children with no father and mother, I say it's gonna be alright. Pregnant women that they kill them, it's gonna be alright.
As long as there are Biafrans still living, we will make sure that their memories live on.
Rest in peace, our junior. Jamaica. Immortal. Chinedu. What's it? Subechi. Mamani. Teka. Oxman. Onyeka. Nkiru. Waka. Rest in peace, all of you.
Yes, at this moment, our lines are open. The message this evening is simple. Prepare your mind not just to know the path, but be ready to walk the path. We cannot be pretending and thinking we are deceiving anybody, but rather we will be deceiving ourselves. Let everybody come down and walk this path. Save the next generation. See the evil these people carry in their heart against us. Feel the pain of what they did to our father and continue to do to us. Our lines are open at this moment. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. They say we do white lies. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there with the white lies?
Yes, I am there, Mazi Onyeibe. Good evening from here.
Most favored.
And good evening to Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Most Favored Onyeibe. I come from Ozobor. Ozobor is in Ekwesigo, Nnewi province, Biafran land, and I am calling you from Kingdom of Netherlands. We am serving the indigenous people in the capacity of national PRO. Mazi, I must thank you for the good work you are doing for our nation, Biafra. And I say, Chukwu Abiyama, Purimi Henine will continue to be your strength, and Chukwu Abiyama will continue to guide you. And most importantly, Chukwu Abiyama will help us and restore Biafra in our own time. Mazi, I also want to thank Chukwu Abiyama for the life of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the Great. I just called this evening to make an announcement, please. Permit me to announce concerning the forthcoming meeting of IPOB and Biafrans living in Netherlands. We will be having our national meeting here in Netherlands on the 11th of July in this year of our Lord 2020. And this is this coming Saturday. You are Biafran, you from coastal region of Biafran land, in any part of the Netherlands where you are living, in any province you are living, please, all road leads to Amsterdam, Egolin number 9. That will be the venue for this meeting. And the postal code for this venue is 1103 AC. And on your way coming, you need any direction, you can reach our principal officers on 0616 663830. Time for this meeting is 4 p.m. You can keep all your differences by the side, but come, let's restore our land. Let's come together. Let's help our leader and restore Biafra in our own time. Let it be what we will do, and something we'll be proud of, and we'll tell our kids that we fought and we won. In our own time, Biafra was restored. This is all I can say this evening. And I say thank you for giving me this time, Mazi Onyeibe. And I sign out from here.
Thank you very much. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line.
Good evening. My name. Good evening.
Go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Udo. I am calling from Biafra land.
Go ahead, please.
Please, I think we Biafrans now we supposed to be celebrating because the zoo has fallen. We're supposed to be celebrated now because they have fallen. They have fallen. Their president is nowhere to be found.
Of course, we lost that caller. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Go ahead, please.
Mazi Onyeibe, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Ejiogu Chigozie. I'm calling from the most dirtiest city in the whole world, Lagos, Nigeria. That's where I'm calling from. I want to appreciate you for what you are doing for our people. We say, may Almighty God bless you and also bless our leader, Mazi Gallo, and all the principal officers working assiduously for the restoration of the Republic of Biafra. I say, may God bless you all. I just want to thank you, sir. Well done, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. We are not going anywhere. Biafrans across the globe must understand. Are you there, caller on the line?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'm happy to be connected this evening. I am Kechiye Mwachukwu calling from Ebonyi province. By the special grace of God, I am the coordinator of Amikawa Zone 2 Unity Force, and by His grace, the state finance. I greet our supreme leader, the prophet of the hero of our time, and the prophet of the truth. I greet him. I also greet our deputy, Onyeibe Odogunwokama, the gentle lion. I greet him. And also you, Mazi Onyeibe, I greet you. You are the lion of Biafra land. I say, may Chukwu Kikabiyama bless all of you. I also greet all the other principal officers and Mami Nene Anya, the head of finance. I greet her as well. So I'm so much happy for what you actually taught us this evening, because it appears as if you are just talking about me, because I have seen a lot and I have had a lot. I've come to realize that many people that are in the struggle, they are not just there because they know what freedom fighting is all about. They are just there to boost their image and raise their ego. Many people have not known what freedom fighting is all about. And our leader have made it time without numbers that we are not here for fame or position. That immediately when Biafra is restored, everybody will drop whatever position he or she is having. But people are not just hearing that. They didn't take it as anything. Many people have come to this struggle as if it's a place they are coming to drag one thing or the other with anybody. But one thing I know is that there's never a time God dispatches anybody that his or her hand is clean. No matter the gossip, no matter the lies, no matter the hookups, no matter the gang-ups, anybody that is righteous must still stand. So I'm so much happy for everything that is happening. It's not only in one segment. It's happening in many dimensions, not just in one dimension, but in many dimensions and segments. And God in heaven will know who is doing the right thing. And also, I would like to see touch hands on the prophetess. I was so much boiling that day and I was so much angry. Why is it that the people will get up and say, "Thus says the Lord," when they know that God has not said anything, and they are placing curse on themselves because of the greediness or because of one thing or the other they want to achieve? This prophet has never prophesied concerning the person in that rock. He never tried to prophesy or see vision concerning their brother that is missing. And he never seen the vision to know what will happen to the Fulani men that are killing people and raping people. So the only thing they are concerned is IPOB. And they are coming to see vision for somebody that is a prophet himself, the prophet of the truth. And they are coming to prophesy and see vision for him. And it's only when he was in the bathroom that the vision came to her. Then she now ran to Palo and now start seeing the person they want to prophesy to on television. In short, at times I don't know. Even the organized vision or prophecy given to her by the zoo, she was not even so wise enough to articulate it well and arrange it well in front that when you are talking, people will see, start feeling you and know whether you're saying the truth. How can somebody claim that people will have 5 nations on using 5 currency in one nation? You will be in your own region using your own currency. Then when you come to Abuja, Aso Rock must remain. You come there, you start using Naira. What kind of stupidity is that? I thank God for the kind of leader we have. He's the type that before you come and start talking rubbish, he has known where you are driving to. And the way he talked to her, I thank God that it's not somebody like me that she met to. The way I would have talked to her, she would not like it. But I thank God for everything. I thank you, Mazi. I really thank you because you're always in the spirit. It appears as if I'm the one you are talking to this night. But what I know, there's nothing hid under the sun. No matter what anybody does, as far as this struggle is concerned, time shall come, it will be exposed. Nothing done in the secret that will not be exposed when time comes. Because many people have come into this struggle to lay traps against each other to make sure that they will be caught from the trap, but it will not happen. So far, one's hand and leg is straight based on what we are doing. You can lie, you can say all sorts of devious things, but at the end, about also Agua mine. That's only my happiness. Whenever you are doing the right thing and people are trying to cut you short, God will not allow it to happen. So far as there is God, there is everything because He is the impossibility specialist God. Everybody, like as you said, call Father, Father, Father. But not all the people calling Father, Father will make that heaven. I thank you for the work you are doing. You are really man, as I always say. You always touches people where it pinches them. This night, if I sleep, I will sleep like a baby because I have been having this kind of headache, reasoning, meditating on the way some people are behaving, gallivanting up and down, talking rubbish, what they don't know. Something that you cannot substantiate if you stand face to face with that person to talk about it. You are just jumping up and down saying it because all of us are in the struggle. Somebody you don't know where it's coming from. You open your mouth and start talking rubbish. But on the last day, God will vindicate His people. Thank you very much for the good work you are doing.
God
Thank you.
Faithful.
And so much.
We must continue.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Biafrans must understand, in as much as we know the road, there is need for us to prepare our mind to pass this road. Are you there, caller on the line? Yes, monitoring spirit, you are back. Are they monitoring you?
Ọ ga-adị na mma ebe ọwụ na ewepụtara isi so na ụmụnne m ga-arụ laghachi bịa fee Chukwu okike abịa ma nna pụrụ ime ihe niile soro dede Nnamdị Kalụ Usemefo kwechiri kpọchịta anyị niile agbaala aka isi gị ise Usemefo ezigbo mmadụ the architecture of the whole God of the Nama my Lord and my Savior. Holy, holy, it's another Savior, holy, March chapter 10, March chapter 10, 20, to end. Verse 20 is very important. Verse 20 is very important. Hey, back to the you have his name is God. He said his right. And not of that, you can come up in every time of the old original. Authority me, my beloved Father. I know you can make because this is a question. It's practice. We are opportunity. You are and you. The man is on you. That truth is that state of the country and which they. Jeremiah chapter 10. Something is very well. Very, very important. That thing, very, very it is simple. It's our God. What I how the man encourage his son to ask why tell them not to carry God? I can tell him I'm very not for the man. Tell you I'm not
You say that you're Biafra, they say, okay, enter station. Unless they say that you just listen to the radio Biafra, don't know what they are talking to. You don't know anything what they are talking or something like that. They will leave you alone. So police, the police is just the wicked people in this these police people, especially this Cameroon barrack, the wicked old people for this barrack. If you go there, see how they torture people, hang people, do a lot of things to the Biafra people. But they see outside if you outside what is make the water around 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock, nobody is going to touch them. But first are Igbo, they don't enter Wahala with that, Mazi Onyeibe. Please. Let Biafra come, let this thing stop. In the name of Chukwu Kabiama. Thank you. I remember Moses Sokori.
Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'm here, my brother.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm here, my brother. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead.
My brother, yeah. My name is Chidebele Chukwudire. I hail from Ogwanocha. Ogwanocha is in Obaru. Obaru is in Anambra, Biafra land. I'm not calling you for state of Morovia. My brother, I must thank you for what you are doing for indigenous people of Biafra. You are trying your possible best to make sure that we restore our kingdom of God on earth. And I must tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have opened our head, we have opened our brain. We have known the good thing and the bad thing. So is about Biafrans. God must surely destroy all the people who saw evil vision about our kingdom of God on earth. They can never succeed, whether woman or anyhow you came to deceive us, you will never succeed. That is our prayer every morning, afternoon, and night. So, my brother, please, what I'm trying to say, please, I want to call in all the indigenes to come up on this platform and let's our view. My brothers, I'm talking to you. I'm not happy on what is going on in my community because people are chasing military away. Why my community people in Ogwanocha are bringing military inside our community? I'm not really happy on what is going on. That community, there is no electricity, no roads lead to that community. There is no any platform that they can use to view what is going on that community. But only what our people know is to bring problem, fight. There is no good thing. I'm sorry to say this. Since I was born, I never seen any good thing coming to that community. In terms of election, that community contribute almost 50% on election in Obodo local government. But as I'm talking to you, nothing good come from there. Only fight. Yeah, and please, I want to urge you people, researchers, to find out if there is any cause. So I'm not happy on my community. I must say it so that when Biafra come, you people will know how to restructure, most especially my community people. Let us know what is going on our people. The people are chasing military and the police away while we are busy bringing them into our community. My brother, I'm not really happy because what is going on my community, my community is my community. I will never run away from it. What they are doing is not encouraging in anywhere. So, my brother, I want to thank everybody and they call all the indigenous of Obaru and the Anambra generally to come up in full support of what is going on in Biafra land. Let's support what our leader is doing. Let's follow up. Don't leave yourself behind because we claim to be businessmen and women. We are not only the businessman on earth. Let's come out and support because Biafra is the only platform where we do whatever we are doing. Police is chasing them all around. When you carry your goods, police will follow you up and down. You can never go freely in that Anambra state. Once police saw you with a carton, they follow you up until reach to where they will lob you and they collect enough money from you. But they are busy inside High Bridge, inside the main market. claiming that they are businessmen, why they are losing more than what they are gaining. My brother, if they cannot come up and speak their mind, they will be there, and one day Fulanis will come and invade them. They will claim they are very wise, they are smart, but they are nothing, they are nobody. My brother, if I keep on saying it, nobody will come on this platform. But I will tell you that I must thank my leader, Mazi and our deputy Uche Mofo. They according to my deputy, say keep it on, my brother, and every member of IPO leadership. I thank every one of you in Chukwu Government's name. I pray. Thank you, my brother, and keep it on.
You see. Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line.
Yes, my brother Onyeibe.
Good evening.
This is Ndukokoro from Ibere. The award winner. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my brother. Please, could you allow me to say my revelation about prophetess who talks with her?
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. So what Biafrans should know that this woman that calls herself a prophetess was not sent by any god. Rather, he was sponsored to make all those statements by Ahmed Bola Tinubu, because that is the revelation I got from God. Bola Tinubu have lost out in the power play within the APC power tussle, him and Oshemole. So the next thing he did was to sponsor this woman to do like what Padam Baka did when Abakari sponsored Padam Baka to come and declare that Uzodinma will be made a governor. But remember, when the Baka declared that Uzodinma will be made a governor, he said he doesn't know how it will work, but all he knows that Uzodinma will be a governor. So this is the same story they are going to. Tinubu told this woman to go and say, God will reveal to you that you will have 4 regions in a country using 4 different currencies and eventually one single currency. I've never had where that type of thing happens. This is the tricks of Bola Tinubu, and it will not work. So that woman, it's only this afternoon that Okafor revealed to us that her son is a member of ruling at Ogun State or something like that. So they know what they are doing. The woman is fake, completely fake. Because if God actually sent her, the same God could have sent her to Aso Rock at what happened at 2 Samuel chapter 12 verse 1 down, when God sent Prophet Nathan to go and rebuke David when David killed Urias to collect his wife. It's the same thing that is happening in Aso Rock. The people in Aso Rock are there. People are being killed every day in Nigeria. Women are being raped. No single Fulani man has been arrested. And the same God did not send this woman direct to Aso Rock to go and rebuke whoever is living inside that Aso Rock, only for her to stay in the upper room and receive a revelation to come and tell us Nigeria will have 4 regions and then 5 different currencies. I never know where such a thing has ever happened. So Biafra should not take that woman serious. She was sponsored by Ahmed Bola Tinubu to see whether there's a way, because he has lost out, to see whether there's a way he can come up, because he believes he will be a president of Nigeria coming 2023 or whatever the year to that. So that is just what I want to say. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Mazi from Ibere.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Caller, what's up? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here, Mazi.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm there, Mazi. May the Lord of hosts, the King of glory, bless you and keep you for us. You know, Mazi, yesterday, I listened to our Supreme Leader's broadcast, you know, and I was just laughing all through. When the prophetess called in and, was saying all that thing, her comments, So, Mazi, today, I am senior apostle, Samson Ememando. Or is it maybe Babala Adura? I think that's a bigger one than senior apostle. I want to put it to that prophetess. That, you see, Mazi, when I tell people that Yoruba people are children of Satan, We don't want to be with you. Prophetess. We can't be in the same country with you people. You are liars, you are cheats, you are deceivers, you are haters, you are backbiters, you are backstabbers. Nothing good in you guys, man. What useless God sent you? Is it Shango? Is it your God of Shango? To Fiakwa. Biafrans will never have anything to do with it. We are gone. Why do you keep begging us to be to you and the Fulani can remain together? They are your cousins. Yoruba and Fulani can remain together. We're not saying you shouldn't continue with your one zoo. Your one zoo is okay for you all, but we are out. We live in. I don't know what else to say to these people for them to get it. Are these people normal? You begging for us to be with you in the same useless contraption created by a crazy British man? The Lord forbid. Go and tell that Satan that sent you. Go and tell that Satan, that your God of thunder, that Biafra will have nothing to do with you all until you genuinely repent. Stay in your Duduwa and repent there and pray to your Shango. Very useless people. Biafrans all over the world, we are calling on you. Quit Yoruba useless churches. These people I'm reiterating. They are children of Satan. They are neither Christians nor Muslims. Very hopeless, horrible people. They've been planning how to collide with Fulani to do again. We are waiting for you all. You all don't know what is coming for you, you fucking bastards. You don't know what is coming for you. Telling us your useless God. What perish God are you talking about? Fucking bastards. Biafrans in Chicago, all over the United States, join IPOB now. We need you guys to support us. Support this movement in whatever way you can. Don't worry about your age. Don't worry about your educational level. Don't worry about the level of grammar you know how to speak, your phonetics and all that. Don't worry about your bank account. Without Biafra, you are nothing. These people have reduced you literally to nothing. It's time for you to stand for your nation. Stand for Biafra. Join IPOB. Quit all the Yoruba useless churches. All of you will perish. Tunde Bakare, all of you will perish. And you that useless prophetess with your useless God, all of you will perish. You must go and look for your Duduwa. Or stay with Fulani and continue in your one zoo. Fucking bastards. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Are you there? Caller on the line. Caller on the line. Caller on the line. Go ahead, please. Your voice is very low. Try and speak louder, please. Caller on the line. My sister called back. Caller on the line.
Mazi Onyeibe.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. My name is Emeka Ochabo. I'm calling from Igbocha. Mazi Onyeibe, I want to speak about the woman that called herself prophet. You know, this Yoruba pattern that be using to brainwash people in the two countries across Nigeria. They think that it's easy for them to come to Biafra radio and to behave doing such a nonsense. And I want the world to understand that the people they call themselves men of God in Nigeria are no different from their politicians. The men of God and the people call themselves prophets and this and this, they are the same of their politicians. They all belong to the same cause, Ogoni and all the secret court. All of them, they are the same. They should not be coming to deceive people that God told them. And they lie against God. You know, these people, when you see them, all this Yahoo business they are doing, when they go to the world, and all these particular Yoruba people, but this Yoruba, when you see them doing this Yahoo business they are doing, when they go to Europe there, they will be calling themselves prophets, this and this, deceiving people and deceiving themselves. I want them to know that God have already signed it that if this evil nation called Nigeria, they should not be interfering, bringing this their perfect story they are bringing. Let them know that we are Biafrans and we want to be free from this evil nation. There is no nation created by a human being apart from Nigeria, just like what our leader said. And God can never support what is not created. Nigeria was created in a wrong way. I can say devil is the one that created Nigeria. These Yoruba people should know. They should begin to behave well so God can visit them. Look at people calling themselves prophets and all. Yorubas, are they Christians? Are they even Muslims? They are pagans. The Yorubas are pagans. They don't know God. And they are coming to the people that know God, the children of God like us, the Biafrans. Why don't even make people come and bless you? Bless all the members of IPOB all over the world. And bless our leader Nnamdi, because today he really asked human question. Let it continue. The power of God is with him. We are going to our land very soon. Our promised land. Mazi Onyeibe, people come and bless you. In your Evolution mighty name I pray.
He say, thank you very much. We must continue. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm there, Mr. George. How are you?
I'm very fine. Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening. I just have a question to ask. My name is Onyeibe. I'm calling from London. Hello?
Go ahead, please. I'm with you.
Does God really talk to people? Can people really hear from God? I'm just asking.
Yes, God does. He communicates with our heart, not with our ears in this dispensation.
Okay. He communicates with
our heart, not with our ears, not in this dispensation.
Because my own problem is I used to be a Catholic member before, but all these things that has been happening, people coming up telling us that God told them. Does it mean that the only thing that God will tell them is how we will unite and be in one Nigeria? But God will not tell them how the people are killing people in Nigeria and raping.
Those ones are 419, Yahoo. And let me get involved first of all. I am trying to withhold myself not to get involved with that woman matter because I'm going to cause havoc. But in as much as I don't want to do that, our people have the right to be more enlightened. When you look at the issue of prophets or prophetess, which I am not familiar with that prophetess, but let's look at the issue of prophet. Prophet, according to the Bible, are the people who had the ability to reveal the mind of God. This was the promise or the blessing that God gave to Christians in Ephesus. Some he made apostle, prophet, pastor, teachers, and evangelists. That having been said, the prophet are saddled with the responsibility of revealing the mind of God. Now, what is the mind of God? Prophet is subject to change. If God gives a revelation, if God gives you a vision, it is not mandatory. It can be altered. And so in most cases, more than 90% of the prophecy or revelation coming from God can be altered. Because God is revealing to you. The person who is involved, who is receiving the revelation, whether directly or indirectly. For instance, you come to me and say, Brother George, God told me you are going to die. God is going to change it because if I step up and say, God, I cannot die. We have the example in the Bible. And I found favor in his side. He won't kill me. He will change that prophecy. So it won't come. And at the same time, when God gives prophecy, the people who are receiving it can change it. So anybody saying, God told me, it doesn't work that way. And if you misinterpret the prophecy, you destroy more people. Let's move a little bit out of the Bible. Let's go to Macbeth. Macbeth received a prophecy from a particular tree witch. Macbeth, as he was going somewhere. Now, at the end of the day, he was with his friend. The prophecy say Macbeth will be a king and Banco also will be a king. No, Banco's children will be a king. And Macbeth have to soil his sand in order to make the prophecy come true. And after he has finished killing Madoff and he became a king, he began to live in fear because Banco children will be king, which means he was the one who did the dirty job, and now another person's children will come and inherit the throne. He began to make effort to kill Banco's children. At the end of the day, Banco's son escaped. He went back to the witches and said, your prophecy has come to pass, but I do not want to be responsible for shedding of blood of the king, and then another person's son is coming to take over. My children will not reign. They said to him, before the prophecy, they've told him that son cannot be killed by, that Mabed cannot be killed by any man born of a woman. But one thing he didn't count on was that Benko's son was not born by a woman, which means he was not born on the natural cause, CSE operation, as the case may be. Now, you notice the insight of that prophecy. Because they didn't follow it with wisdom, he ended up Mabed killing the king, destroying himself, killing his friend. But at the end of the day, Banco's son became the king. Nobody could avert it because their heart was not sincere. The danger of prophecy is that the people giving you prophecy don't even know God. How can God tell you somebody want to kill you, you fold your hand? How can God tell you somebody want to do something, you fold your hand? And there are issues that God is supposed to talk about. He's not sending them to tell Buhari to stop killing his Hausa people. It's me he's sending them to. So it's a complicated issue. God talks to people. God don't go to toilets. God don't talk to their ear. God talks to our mind. And do you know God talks to all of us virtually? But most of us do not have the ability to discern when God is communicating with them. Because there are many audio, many voices around. So I think I have to stop there before I further complicate the issue. Go ahead, please.
I'm getting confused a bit because people keep telling us God told them. And God don't even direct them to what exactly that is happening. And my own concern is that this woman, the prophetess is a Yoruba woman. Knowing what happened with a woman that came from Canada with the husband and the kid, that they raped, they kidnapped and raped the daughter and the husband and the woman. God did not tell her anything about that. The only thing that God told her is how we will unite to be in one Nigeria today. And that is what the two has been fighting a long time ago. So I said, as a matter of fact, where the director said it a long time ago, we are 10 times ahead of them. So the director wanted to prove it to everybody that he is not a dictator. He wants us to hear from her. That's if not. Director wouldn't bring her to that place. I think that's what I have to do. Thank you for explaining this thing to me.
Thank you very much. So when God wants to talk to Biafrans, God knows where to see us. No Yoruba. In fact, if God send the Yoruba to me, I will reject it. I beg, make una no lead me into temptation. Because if I talk now, Yoruba go get problem. Are you there, caller on the line?
Yes, my lord.
Go ahead, please. Good evening.
My name is Eric. I'm calling from the province of Biafra. May Chukwu Kadama bless you. The whole of today, your program network frustrated me so much that I even it's just now that callers are calling that I could be able to listen to. But nothing
so
too
sorry
much continue.
So sorry for that. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. I just want to say to that woman, that prophetess, I was somehow yesterday I was angry. Somehow I started laughing. I said, who sent this woman? Because it looks like somebody sent her. How can you say that you will not go and pray again? How can you tell us that, you know that he called our leader a stubborn fellow? That he's so stubborn that he don't want to listen to what God is saying. At that point, I said that no, this woman was sent by somebody. The zoo have sent her. And you know, our leader was like, you know that gentleman now. He was like telling her to go and pray. And when he knows that she insists that she will not pray again, you see her,
What kind of prophetess are you? Go and pray now. Go and pray and know if what you saw is past things. Because I know that Bible said that they reveal past things. There are things that are coming. That two things, you don't know if it's the past one or the future ones that they reveal to you. And they are just talking and calling a man that you don't know that is an oracle of Chukwukikabiam. Is calling him a stubborn. That you are so stubborn that you don't want to believe what God is saying. I was at that point, I said, no hope in this. And again, she said she was in the toilet. That toilet again. But Lord, could you remember toilet? That time you delivered to I could remember. He said toilet. And everyone was. You know this toilet of 18, I don't know how they go about receiving things from toilets. If care is not taken, if this woman did not go mad anyway, let Chukwuebiama help her and forgive her for falling into the trap that she don't know anything about. And if you ask her, our leader asked her, did you ever read about Nigeria? She said no. Did you know that Nigeria fought war with Biafra and they killed 5 million? She said no, she don't know. He said, did you know that there is a Aburi Accord? She said she don't know. I don't know what the woman know that made her to come and say, what you don't know, you just come out. And I thank God for a gentleman like our leader. If he's not that gentle, he would have given her one headache that she will suffer till this month's end. May Chukwuebiama continue to bless you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Good evening from here.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Onyeibe.
Go ahead, please.
May Chukwuebiama bless you. My name is Obina, calling from Igwecha. My friend, thank you for the good work you are doing. I also thank our leader, Mazi and the Kami, and our deputy Mazi from Airport, and all the open school officers, those are working seriously to make sure Biafra respect. Of which I know that the grace of Chukwuebiama Elohim, who created heaven and earth, Biafra will restore in our own time the mighty name of Yeshua. One thing I want to say this night about what that woman was saying yesterday. I know that the woman by now, you must be listening what is happening. Why he said that send him to make Nigeria to become one, to sit on the round table, and the Nigerian currency must be making use of. But we forgot that Biafra have their own currency. The Nigerians take it away and bring this their nonsense money. And also, the one he said that then you come to round table. I don't understand the round table. Our leader told him we need the restructuring. He said yes. So God also telling you to restructure Nigeria. You see? And this woman, God also sending him message of which his own prophecy, he don't want to send the message and tell the whole world who is in Asarok. He also receiving prophecy and he forget to ask God to tell him what Funani is doing in our land by raping our mothers and killing our daughters and the youth in our own land here. The same prophecy is receiving. God also did not send him to go and tell the leaders to stop killing Biafrans, Christians in Nigeria. But what God is telling him that they should keep Nigeria one. What I say saying, the prophecy is too much. May the woman let him begin to prophesy and tell Yoruba to prepare to go their way, and also tell Hausa to prepare to go their way, and also tell the whole world who is in Nazareth. Then begin to speak truth. Halfway zoku anybody about Oyama. Oh, prophecy. I not say them don't send him by woman. The next time now man go coming on. The one first our speaker with a woman voice, of which another Chuko Kichabema is in our leader side and also IPOD. Chuko Kichabema bless you and continue your good work. Nothing will happen to you in the mighty name of your leader.
You see, thank you very much. Our people must understand that there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. When you know the path, you can be deceived a little bit, but of course you remain focused. And when you are there to walk the path, believe me, you will have confrontation. Confrontation with different kind of enemies. But stand, you will get to your destination. We will get to our destination. This is just one of those obstacles. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Caller on the line, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm with you, Mazi Onyeibe.
Go ahead then, please. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Joseph. I'm calling from Maurice in Epsigo local government. Thank you very much, my brother. May your days be blessed, my brother. I thank you very much for all your efforts. Day and night, sleepless, earlier in the morning, always you are on radio. I thank all the media. First foremost, I thank our leader, our spring leader, Mazi Kano. My brother, I don't want to talk about that prophetess or what. Let her go and prophesy for herself. So her case is not what I'm talking to this night. And my only statement this night is that I want anything that will make Biafra to come today, even before we wake up tomorrow morning, let there be Biafra. Whether the woman is see vision or is see prophet or is see God, I don't know what the woman is talking about. So that is bygone. My brother, I want to talk to my fellow IPOB. There are so many fake news that is flying in social media. And the news are sponsored by the so-called politicians. So I want, there are so many desperate people in Nigeria now because they are confused. Both their politicians, both their so-called reverend, both their so-called pastors, all of them are in confusion. And they are bringing all strategies to make sure that they confuse people. My brothers and my sisters, let's not stand firm. Let's not stop and listen to these useless people. So many people are coming. There was one I listened one radio station. Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, there was one that we saw radio station this afternoon. Now, hearing what the young man is talking. He's calling on people to come out on the street and demonstrate if giving governors and senators 100 days, 2 days, 14 days. After that, everybody will come out on the street, and I asked him, is this not the street that we came out and we are all massacred in Aba, in Onitsha, in Nkpo, in Hebrew, in Asaba, all over the Biafra land? What did they say? And today they are trying to copy what our leader have worked for. They can't. The devils are rising from every creek and corner, but we know them. Our leader said it earlier in 2014 that the vultures are gathering and that we are dictating them and we are dealing with them one by one. Let's just listen to all these desperate pastors and fake prophets and prophetess that are prophesying. How can God go and review prophecy to a Yoruba woman? Is there no prophet in our own land? And our people just leave what we will be discussing on this our hallowed platform and start talking about nonsense to person that they don't have anything to do. It's just saying is prophetess. So thank you very much, my brother. I pray to my leader. May his days be long. Our deputy and all the principal officers. And I'm greeting my unit coordinator here in Noriste, our unit 6, Mr. Neka. I thank him very much. I also greet our local government coordinator, Mazi. Thank you all very much. And till we see Biafra, let everybody stand firm, because very soon we shall see our fatherland, the promised rising sun. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here.
Sir, my name, I'm Bonyekachi. I'm calling from Aba.
Go ahead.
I'm very happy to hear your voice today because today I've already been baptized this month. I said to God Almighty, spoke with my God. I want to greet the whole Biafra as a level. So, this formidable. This is my second time to call a Biafra. The first day I called a Biafra. The day I baptized them. When somebody is talking to me, I will, before you talk to me, I will know you can't speak. Somebody will come out and talk. But I don't talk to them. If you radio Biafra talk about them, and Baka come out and talk. Ordinary woman, Yoruba woman, before the woman talk to the radio eyes. Really low competition of the end man that radio of Biafra. That woman on an member advocate. The home why I got my radio. That I made a navan, Chichi, Lord, you could not carry a bar. Only my lead on that day. Would another street in an email of 2019. The mother for Tanaya. What do woman know? What do woman know? We are suffering inside Abaya everywhere. No electricity, nothing, no food to chop. This is this coronavirus. Many people die inside. Somebody will come out. Freedom for everybody. Freedom for yourself. Freedom for your family, your generation. Somebody will come out and yeah, God told you. Which God? Is it Otto for Elijah? Or which one? Yoruba people, where people know. I know how many years of me today. Somebody will come out and tell me about Nigeria. Is it the politics? What else? Biafra have go far. Some people I don't know why people are thinking, talking. Biafra have go far. Up to today now we are talking. The radio is on. Somebody will come out and say this is almost 40-something years, 50-something years will come out and say which studies do you want to hear again? Radio Biafra is on. You know the inside IPOD. You never suffer. You don't go really far back. Nothing. You do for where life today. Water, everything is around you. You do there. Your children, your family, your generation will die. You life. Nothing. Graduate, everybody can which way to follow to Nigeria, which way. Let us come maybe or Igbo leaders. I can't tell. All this election, everybody is looking now. Boys is going to hammer. Some people go down, calling. Stop my leader, my state always says no. If you say the Kalino come or radio Biafra no come, how did we know? Rapping everywhere, killing, Fulani herdsmen. Who did we go to see? Thank you. God bless you, my leader.
Thank you very much. And of course, this is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. The truth cannot be overemphasized. Our people must endeavor to make sure everybody is willing to walk this path. Because without that, believe me, the enemy will keep us here doing the same thing over and over and over again. But of course, they cannot succeed. I will be signing off from here, and I say good night from here. Those of you who were able to call in, sincere appreciation, and my apology to those that cannot pick their call from this moment. Good night from here, and do have a wonderful night rest and a wonderful day ahead of you.
The history of a people, I repeat, is like the stream of life from which the character form and structure of the identity, their backwardness and progress are drawn. It affords a people the platform on which to predict their future. Though, just as every stream has a source, so every group of people has a beginning.
I had a voice on the radio Biafra. London is the mouthpiece of the Biafrans. Nandekano is his name. He made a vow to fight the end till our nation.